Hello everyone. This is a demonstration for my new JavaScript game here called Pixel Wizard. So the main premise of this game is that you can draw on the screen and you create these little pixels, and the pixels fly forward and have a variety of, well, I have 4 different spells available for the player initially, and it's mostly just to have fun and watch the pretty graphics. At some point I might implement a sandbox for this that gives the user controls to build their own abilities, but that's for a different time. But yeah, you can charge it up. Like if you just hold left click to place pixels, and these all have like different behaviors. These ones just kind of come out as a wall, and this is supposed to be like a toxic sludge. This is obviously supposed to be some sort of fireball attack. And this is just some energy wave that I thought would look cool with the changing colors, and it is nice to do that. So that's not all there is here. If I press escape, we'll get going here, and there are enemies that spawn you can fire at. They chase you down and try to shoot you with things. You progress through the rounds, and you get points added to your score for every enemy that you defeat. And I have the first maybe 25 rounds preset for what enemies generate. There's only the 2, the skeleton guys and the goblin guys here, that chase you down. You might have noticed that there's this bar across the bottom that's moving around. That's your mana. So you can only, like, it uses mana to cast spells, and if you have no mana, your abilities come out at a slower rate. And this is mostly to prevent a billion objects from being on screen and just bogging down the game and people's machines. Because on my Windows machine with good components and hardware, right, it runs perfectly well, but on some lower spec devices, it lags pretty badly, which is why I implemented some sort of features to remove it. But this is pretty much it. All you have to do is survive. You can tap the spacebar to for a little dash for when the rounds start getting harder. Eventually there's just a ton of skeletons when they like firing at you. I'm not sure how difficult this game is. This is supposed to be the HP bar across the top, and it does work. If you take damage or stand inside these things, you will get hurt, but either their generation's too high or the game's just too easy in its current state. But it's mostly for the visuals more than anything. Looks like there are no skeletons this round. This demo's already longer than what I intended for it to be, so I'm going to shut it off soon. But I will keep this going for a little bit longer because I think it's funny to show what happens on round 25 and after. I just need to delete these enemies really quickly. Oh, and the circles around these enemies, they start off green and they glow bigger red as they take more damage. That was probably obvious just by looking at it, but it gives the player a nice indication of like how much damage that enemy's done. So how many projectiles do I need to send at that guy? And this is supposed to be a wall that are just ice shards that the enemies can run into. Oh, it's not around 25, it's around 26 then, huh? Yeah. There's a lot of skeletons. They all fire at where you are, not where you're going. So it's not entirely super difficult to duel with that round. But this is the game. Thank you for watching.